Picture a group of neighbors gathering around a large wooden table covered in blueprints. You want to build a town together, and figuring out how to do it is part of the shared adventure. But pretty quickly, a common instinct takes over. There is a temptation to believe that for this town to be truly special, the community needs to forge every single hammer, saw, and nail entirely from scratch. Taking that path often stalls the project. A 2025 study from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology looked closely at how groups build new systems. They found a surprising pattern. Communities that choose to buy or partner for their tools succeed twice as often as those who insist on building their own. That high failure rate has nothing to do with a lack of talent. The local blacksmiths might be incredibly skilled, and the town's engineers might be top tier. Succeeding in a new frontier is about understanding the hidden burdens of ownership. When we realize how heavy those burdens are, it changes how we decide to source our tools. Ask a blacksmith what a hand-forged tool costs, and they will tell you the time and materials it took to make it. But that is just the deposit. The true cost of a custom tool begins the moment it is finished. Think of this as the heavy burden of endless upkeep. If you leave that custom iron tool sitting unattended on a workbench, it darkens with rust. You have to constantly sharpen it, oil it, and rebuild parts of it as the seasons change and the wood warps. Then comes the steepest cost of all. Eventually, the single blacksmith who actually understands how that specific tool was made decides to move to another town, taking all that knowledge with them. Compare that fragile situation to buying a tool from a master toolmaker. That toolmaker runs a workshop entirely dedicated to maintaining and improving that single implement for hundreds of different towns. This diagram illustrates how that shared maintenance works. The large central node is the toolmaker, connected to hundreds of smaller nodes representing different towns. When the toolmaker discovers a flaw, they fix it once, and that upgrade pulses outward to update hundreds of towns instantly. Buying a tool is a strategy for offloading the heavy, invisible weight of long-term upkeep. It keeps the community from being buried under the effort of just keeping their tools in working order. Even when faced with that burden, a community will often argue that their town's landscape is unique, so they need completely unique tools to navigate it. The landscape is unique, but we have to separate the environment you are working in from the implement you are holding in your hand. Let's look at where a town's actual advantage lives. This animation shows a cross-section of Earth. The rich, textured layers of soil represent the information that belongs only to your town. This is your specific history, your unique records, and your raw materials. It belongs only to you. Now, glowing, winding pathways appear over that soil. These paths are the ways you get things done, the specific, customized routines the townspeople navigate every day to complete their tasks. Finally, identical, standardized shovels drop onto those pathways. The shovel is the software. It is a standard implement used along your unique paths, digging into your unique soil. The shovel itself does not need to be custom-made to do its job perfectly. There is another major benefit to using a standard shovel. A shared tool carries the accumulated lessons of every other town that previously broke it. Look at this weathered blueprint, covered in crossed-out mistakes and red ink corrections. Those marks are past failures that someone else already solved. Sourcing a shared tool is a way to buy other people's autopsies. You avoid repeating their mistakes, proving a powerful community rule. What one person figures out, everyone gets to keep. To stop having the same arguments over whether to forge or buy a tool, the most effective step a town can take is to write a community charter. This handwritten ledger is that charter. It is cleanly categorized into columns. It dictates in advance which tools you will buy off the shelf, which you will partner with a toolmaker to adapt, and it outlines the very rare exceptions where building from scratch actually makes sense. Deciding these rules by category before a specific project is even proposed is a huge advantage. It removes emotion and politics from the planning table because the rule is set before anyone knows who it will favor. Once that charter is in place, the energy in the room shifts. The community stops arguing over how to make hammers and redirects all that ambition toward actually constructing the town. True innovation requires the humility to use collective tools. By sharing the upkeep burden, you preserve your community's time and energy for the specific places where you are genuinely unique. The plans are drawn and the tools are ready. There is an open chair at the table, waiting for you to sit down and start building.